Hey, what's up, folks? This is your boy DJ81 on that channel Skins for Life. I know I haven't been active in a while, but I had to talk. I had to speak on this because I've had debates back and forth. Not really debates back and forth, but I have talked to some people on Facebook, and in wake of the tragedy in Connecticut. First of all, prayers go out to all the families of all those that were victimized in the shooting, mainly kids, which, for that shooter, there's more than a special place in hell for. And actually, that's what we're gonna focus on, is the shooter, because the whole argument that pops up from this tragedy is gun control. Okay, first of all, my question to put out there is, what are the current gun control laws doing in the first place? You have your federal gun laws, but then you have each state may be stricter than the next state. I've listened to reports. They said that Connecticut themselves has very strict gun law practices. So I would say that's a pretty safe state. And I also looked at a chart, and Connecticut is actually one of the states that has gun laws in place to protect children. So the tragedy still happens. And this is what changes the whole argument. This is what I firmly believe. I believe that we fail in our responsibility to each other. We fail in our responsibility to the amendment, mainly the Second Amendment, because I know one person posted on Facebook, the Second Amendment is a joke. Yeah, because people make it a joke. People fail to realize that when the Second Amendment was written, which is the right to bear arms, it was written to protect the people, or for people to be able to protect themselves, which carries a huge responsibility on yourself. So when you take on a responsibility, how you handle it determines whether it was a good idea for you to have a gun or it was a bad idea. Now, in this case, the whole argument changes if it's confirmed. Well, I think it's confirmed that they said the mother, who was the first person to die in this tragedy, she had the guns legally. Was probably, I think it's more likely that may come out registered in her name and stuff like that. And she was the first one to die. And then he went to the school and shot up the kids. Now, why I say that changed the whole argument? The kid, the shooter, was able to get the guns because he was able to grab them obviously he killed his mother. I don't know the details of that, how he killed her. I don't know if it was a gunshot wound. Regardless of the point, after she was dead or before she was dead, he was able to get to the guns. Now, God rest her soul, but was it her failure in securing the guns that led to this? Now, there's also stuff coming out that the shooter had a form of autism. Now, that's not saying okay. Autism, no, we're not gonna go that route. We're not gonna go the route to figure if a special needs person needs to. We're not going that route. The responsibility of the parent, if you own a gun in the house, is to secure it from all children. I don't care how old they are, 20 years old, 5, 10, whatever, 35 in some cases. And there indeed in this case was a failure to secure, which is a responsibility as a gun owner if you have kids that live in the house. That is the main responsibility. So we can talk about gun control, we can talk about restricting guns. We can talk about banning guns. We saw what Prohibition did. What folks don't understand is that if you want a gun, you can go online and order one. You can go to Walmart. You can go wherever. Bob Costas can make a statement talking about if guns weren't there, then this tragedy wouldn't. I mean, as far as what happened with the Kansas City player murder-suicide, he can talk about if guns weren't involved, then, you know, this would have never happened. Bullshit. Straight bullshit. He would have found another way to off her and then kill himself. That shooter would have found a way to off his mother and then off those kids. It may not been. I'm like, shoot, hell, you can go out and make a and find a video on how to make a bomb. I'm sure in all our houses we have bomb making material. Ain't nobody confiscating that. All of it's flammable. Everyone has the potential to make a Molotov cocktail right now, and I'm being dead serious. So, will gun control really stop stuff like this from happening? No. In my opinion, no. It will only get worse, because then you're gonna spend time trying to figure out how you're gonna spend more time trying to figure out how they got the guns. When if you ban guns, all of a sudden gun incident, gun violence. How they get the guns? I thought there was a ban on guns. You have the black market, which doesn't follow the rules. You have if you ban guns in America, that only takes care of the United States. I'm sure somebody can get guns shipped from overseas to the United States illegally. Get it done that way. People can get guns no matter what the laws are. That's just the way it is. But you know, it's just crazy that we always have to look on the surface and find answers that deal with the surface, but don't really look deeper into it. Because we can talk about gun laws, we can talk about gun laws, but ain't no gun law gonna keep everybody safe. No gun control, no nothing. It's our responsibility as human beings to be responsible to each other, to make sure that everyone else is safe. Paper, words written on a paper will never really protect me. You know, somebody can walk up and shoot me right now, and the next question would be, well, that person didn't have a gun. No, if they wanted to kill me, they could find a way. So I rant, and you know, the whole thing is just troublesome altogether. I wish people stop blaming the Second Amendment. It's the same thing, like people blaming violent video games for the crime in our country, when crimes have been going on well before video games. So that's a dumb, stupid argument. We have to look at ourselves as a people and realize that we are becoming more antisocial by the day. Hence, the internet. I believe that most of your antisocial behavior has increased since the inception of the internet. That's just the way it is. Technology is ruining people, and we are so engrossed in technology that we are forgetting about real fucking life. I may sound like a hypocrite because I am broadcasting this on YouTube, but it's not like I'm standing in front of a bunch of people, because those same people is also engrossed in technology, making videos about this. So I'm actually end on that note, because I'm about to get into some football this morning. You know, an outlet that keeps people sane and, you know, keeps people afloat, or it keeps me afloat. So on that note, I will talk to you guys later. This is your boy DJ81. And again, people, we need to be more responsible. That is the final answer. In my opinion, that's the final answer. We have to be more responsible as a people. There's no law that's going to protect us from more mass shootings. They're just going to happen, and they're going to just... I'm like, it's unfortunate, but we need to be more responsible in the end. There's nothing else that anyone can do. There's nothing President Obama can do. There's nothing that Congress can do. There's nothing that any form of government the police can't. There's nothing the police can do. Us as individuals have to be responsible enough to be able to uphold what the Second Amendment is all about. You know, again, folks that want to sit there and blame the Second Amendment, they want to blame or call it a joke. Remember, some folks that are calling it a joke need to look at it in the mirror, need to really look in the mirror and ask themselves, is the amendment a joke or my joke for even thinking I could uphold the responsibility that comes with the Second Amendment? Alright, I'll talk to you folks later. Peace.